Hello again from the Tin Man. Just going to do a quick video on how to charge up a second battery with an SSG pulse motor. If you've got an old 6-volt one laying around. What I've got here is 3 batteries wired up like this. They're made from these 4.2 volt cells out of a rechargeable dual battery. One of the cells cacked itself, so we pulled them apart and made 3 12-volt batteries. So I flattened 2 of them out. The fully charged one is part of your run battery. If you've got a flat 6-volt battery laying around, hook it up like this, 2 negatives together, so the negative of the 12-volt goes to the negative of the 6-volt, and then your positive of the 6-volt, which is flat, becomes your negative. So that's your combined battery, your negative and a positive as per your pulse motor setup, and then of course your charge battery as per normal. So it's been running for about 2 minutes now. I thought I'd just catch a video on it, what was actually happening. You might have seen something the same in one of my previous videos with big capacitors and a light bulb. So the reason we're doing this is because this combined voltage, providing your batteries are the same amp hours, so if you've got a 12 volt at 5 amp hour, you'll need a 6 volt at 10 amp hour for it to be the same capacity. The 2 combined voltages will always remain the same, even though you're charging up a 3rd battery, which is your charge battery as well. So what happens, this voltage goes down and this voltage will go up. Providing your pulse motor can run on 6 volts, it will fully charge this 6-volt battery, because at the moment it's actually running on the voltage difference between the 2 batteries. So you can see our fully charged one is 13.56 volts and our flat run battery is 3.15, and our charge battery is 5.28. So when I first started it, our run battery voltage was 13.57. It's now 13.5655, flicking between that. Our flat run battery was 2.28 volts, it's now 3.23 volts. And our charge battery, this one was 3.76 volts and it's now 5.35 volts. So the reason I'm using NiCads or nickel cadmium batteries, one, there's no chemical acid processes taking place like in lead acid batteries. That plays a major factor in your overall charge. With the lead acid battery, you have to let it sit for some time to get a true voltage reading. With these, 10 to 15 minutes and they stabilise, the voltage reading will stabilise, so we can get an accurate reading a lot sooner than we can with the lead acid battery. The other good thing about these is they love being run dead flat. If they start to fail to hold charge, you flatten them right out and charge them up again. That's another good thing that you don't want to do with a lead acid battery, because you'll kill it after some period of time. They don't like being flattened right out. These ones love it, so that's the other reason we're using those. So as you can see, we started off at 13.57, now at 13.55 after about 5 minutes of running. Mind you, this is hooked up the same as I showed you in my previous video with the emitter on the back side of the diode on the trigger coil. So this way we still are getting very strong radiant spike, as you can see. Like I mentioned before, 3 to 110 volt neons hooked up in series. One would assume that they take 330 volts to fire up, which they're doing no problem at all, nice and bright. If we hook it up per normal, they're very dull. If we hook it up on the back side of the diode, like I showed you in the previous video, they're very bright. So, just another way of charging up an extra battery at no extra cost with the SSG. So now our battery that started at 2.28 is now at 4.1. This one that started at 3.76 is now 5.8. And we've lost 0.02 of a volt in our run battery. So if you go and add those two figures up, or split the difference between those two batteries, what they started at and what they are now, we've gained about 4.5 volts in those two batteries for a price of 0.02 of a volt in the run battery that's fully charged, which is this one. So a very simple setup, good fun to try. Everything works as it should, the way it's hooked up. Like I said, you want a flat 6 volt battery there, fully charged 12 volt one there, your other charged battery hooked up as per normal, and means you're charging these two batteries instead of just the one battery for no extra cost from this battery. So give that a try. It works, as you can see right in front of you. Like I said, this was just a quick throw-in video. I was just having a bit of a muck around with batteries and that, and thought I'd share it with you, let you have a go at it, and just another way of charging an extra battery for no extra cost. Okay, till next time, cheers from the Tin Man.